Hi Mukund. Good afternoon.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
So how are you?
I am fine, sir. And what about you, sir?
I'm also good. Thank you for asking. Okay. So Mukund, you have applied for a front-end developer profile. So can we start with your introduction?
Yes, sir. So, uh, so first of all, thank you for giving me opportunity to introduce myself. Myself, myself Mukund Gaikwad. I am from Aurangabad, and I have completed my graduation in the year 2015. And the stream during my organization was electrical, and I have 2 years of experience in Angular. In that, I have 1.5 year of experience as a front-end developer, and from last 6 months, I am working as an Angular developer.
Okay. Can you just explain me about your projects?
Mm, No, sir, sorry.
Okay, fine. So you are from electrical branch. So why you are changing your uh, means job profile from electrical? You have studied 4 years and now coming to IT.
Sir, after my graduation, I started working in a electrical field, and I worked there for 3 years, 3 to 4 years, and then I developed my passion towards web development. Then I started for searching and watching coding. Then I found my real interest is in web development. So I start to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and I think and and I found my real interest is in IT field. So I will change my profile from electrical to IT industry.
Okay, fine. So do you serve any notice period?
Yes, sir. 1 month.
Is it negotiable?
No, sir. Particular.
Okay, fine. Okay. So what is HTML?
Okay. HTML is a hypertext markup language which is used to create static web pages.
Okay. What is the difference between section tag and div tag?
Okay. Uh, Section tag means uh, we are divided multiple section like header section, footer section. Uh, we have separated in the different section our HTML page, uh, which are based for the SEO purpose for divided in a separate section.
That is not the difference. Okay, you can refer it after the interview. Okay. So tell me why we use div tag.
Uh, so in div tag, the different element we will add in the div tag like paragraph headings and some other content.
Yes, but that is not the correct definition. Okay, you can study it. Okay. So what is the difference between inline element and a block level element?
Uh, the difference between inline element and block element are the inline element always start on a same line, and block level element always start on a new line, and we cannot apply width to the inline element, and we can apply width to the block level element. the width of inline element is equal to its content, and the width of block level element is equal to 100% of width of pattern. And uh, we cannot apply top and bottom margin to inline element, and we can apply margin from all directions to the block level element. The example of inline elements are anchor tag, span, mm, images, buttons, and the example of block elements are div, paragraph, paragraph heading H1 to H6, UL, OL.
Okay. What is the difference between HTML, means previous HTML and the latest HTML5? What are the differences?
Okay. In previous HTML is a old version of HTML, and HTML5 is the new version with new functionalities with the markup language. And in HTML, the syntax for doc type declaration is very lengthy. In HTML5, the doc type declaration process is very simple, and in HTML, we store data in the form of cookies, and HTML5 use some API to store data like web storage, page, geolocation, and HTML does not support multimedia tag. It requires external plugin like Adobe Flash support, and in HTML5 support multimedia tag like audio, video, and HTML5 has the more semantic tag like audio, video, nav, header, footer. Also, HTML5 use some new form control like name, email, calendar, date and time.
Okay. Okay. So what is the attribute?
Okay. Attribute gives some meta information of HTML element to the browser.
What are the examples of attribute?
The example of attributes are href, src attribute, target attribute.
Yes. Okay. Why we use alt attribute?
Alt attribute.
Yes.
If there is a error in a image, or somehow the image is not loaded on the browser, that time we show the some text in that alt attribute, or there is understanding for the user. There is the image. There is an image.
Okay. Okay. How to apply hyperlink in HTML page?
Okay. By using anchor tag, we are link our. By using anchor tag, we are hyperlink in page.
Yes. Okay. What is a murky tag?
Murky tag.
Yes.
Sorry, I can't recall about murky tag.
Okay. Did you use any type murky tag?
So I used, but I can't.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay. Which browser supports HTML5?
Browser support HTML5. So all browsers support HTML5, like Chrome, Mozilla.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What is the figure tag in HTML5?
Figure tag basically used for the to semically organize the content of an image, like image caption, and there is some heading or paragraph below the image, and the figure tag acts as a container tag.
Yes. Okay. What is canvas element in HTML?
Okay, the canvas element means the canvas is a raster base and composed of pixel. Uh, the canvas is a resolution dependent, and it affect the size of when we resize it or zoom it, and canvas gives a better performance on larger number of objects.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And canvas is a raster base and composed of pixels, sir.
What is the extension for HTML page?
Extension for HTML page.
Extension.
Sir, I can understand the question.
Okay. Extension means, do you know extension? Okay, dot HTML we use. Okay, that extension means the file is HTML file.
Okay.
Okay, we'll save the file by using dot HTML. That is
Yes,
the
sir.
extension dot HTML.
Yes, sir. Imagine dot
Okay.
HTML.
Okay. What is mean by the cell spacing and cell padding?
Cell spacing and cell padding. Uh, Cell spacing means the space between the two columns and rows, and cell padding means the space between two rows and columns.
Okay. But cell spacing means that defines the width of the border of HTML page.
Yes.
Okay, fine. What is a box model?
Okay, box model means the every HTML element is considered as a box having its padding, margin, content, and border. The content means the information or data held by HTML element, and padding means the space between content and border. Uh, Border separate the padding and margin. The margin means the space occupied by HTML element outside the border.
Okay. And what is CSS?
CSS is a cascading style sheet which determines how HTML page how to show our HTML page on the browser dynamically. How to show.
Okay. And in how many ways we can apply CSS to a HTML page?
Okay, sir. Sir, we can apply three ways. One is the inline CSS. Inline CSS means the CSS which is written within the HTML page with the help of style attribute, and internal or embedded CSS means a CSS which is written in head with the help of style HTML element, and third one is external CSS means a CSS which written in external file, and that file link in our HTML page with the help of link HTML element.
Okay. How many selectors are there in CSS? What is a selector, first of all? What is a selector in CSS?
Selector means on the basis of it is means by using selectors we can apply CSS for the that particular selector like ID selector, tag selector, class selector.
Okay. What is the difference between ID, class, and tag selector?
Okay. Uh, the difference is the ID has a more specificity than a class selector, and the class selector has a greater specificity than tag. The ID selector represented by hash, class selector represented by dot, and tag selector are represented by their tag name.
Okay. What is descendant selector?
Descendant selector means parent child selector.
Okay. Okay. What is the difference between pseudo classes and pseudo elements?
Okay. In pseudo classes, it is used to define any state of a HTML element like over, focus, active, and pseudo elements mean it is used to define the particular state of a HTML element like before, after, uh, first line, first letter.
Okay.
Pseudo class are represented by single colon and pseudo element are represented by double colon.
Okay. So, do you know what is the difference between physical tags and logical tags?
Pixel tag and
No.
no,
Physical tag and logical tags.
different tag. No, sir. Sir.
Okay, fine. What is float?
Okay. Float means the float is a CSS property which is used for to change the flow of an HTML element left or right of the container.
What is the difference between the float and text? Text align left, float left.
Okay. Uh, in text align means we can move only the text within our HTML element. We can only align the text left or right of the HTML element, and float means we can move our or to move the text means to float the element left or right of the container.
Okay. Okay. So what is Z index?
Okay. Z index means to hide the element one after another. Means to move the element on Z axis.
Okay. But no, means why we use it?
Z axis means it is work like vice versa of hide and hidden. Means if you want some element on the other element,
Hmm. Okay, fine. Yes. Okay, what is SAS?
Uh, SAS is a synthetically awesome style sheet, and it is a CSS processor, CSS preprocessor, which is interpreted or compiled into CSS.
Okay, and what is um, the features of SAS using SAS?
Uh, the main uh, the main feature of SAS is variable nesting, partial and import mixing. In variable, we can use reusable code like uh, font size, color, different color. We are using we are setting this variable, and import partial means we can write our CSS in a different file and attach that file in a um, one file. And mixing means we can use reusable pieces of CSS code.
Okay, nesting is also a feature.
Yes, sir. Nesting, yes, sir. Nesting is
Okay,
also feature. In nesting, we can nest the selector within one after another.
okay. What is mixing?
Mixing, we can reusable pieces of CSS code means some there is a reusable code or and uh, that code we are using in our page repeatedly, so we can create that code as a mixing, and then it include in a uh, where we want that code.
Okay, 5 years at the rate includes.
And that includes at that includes we are used for the mixing purpose, that mixing we are created in some other file, and we want to import them to our CSS code. So for that we are using at that include.
Okay, fine. Okay, what is JavaScript?
Okay, sir. JavaScript is a lightweight, interpreted, and object-oriented programming language. Lightweight means it consumes very less memory. Interpretance means there is no intermediate compilation on step. And object-oriented means in JavaScript everything is an object except primitive data types.
What is hosting?
Hosting is the default behavior of moving all the declaration at the top of scope, not their values.
Okay, and what is scope?
Sorry, sir.
What is scope?
Scope. Okay. Scope is accessibility and accessibility and availability of a variable.
Okay, how many types of scopes are there?
Okay. Uh, Global scope and functional scope.
Block scope is also there.
Yes, sir. In ES6 there is a block scope.
Yes. So, what is the difference between the functional, global, and block scope?
Okay. The difference is that the functional scope are which are accessible only within the function, and in global scope means which are accessible throughout the page where we have to declare it. And block scope is also called as the functional scope, which are within a curly brace or within
No,
a,
global scope. Sorry, local scope is called functional scope.
yes, local and functional scope.
Okay.
Uh,
What is block scope?
block scope is also called as local scope, sir.
No. Okay, but where it will be reproduced means where it forms a block scope.
Within a function, there is a block scope.
Okay. And within a function, local scope is there, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, in a ES6 local scope is also called as block scope, sir.
No, there
Block
is a
scope means
difference.
let and constant create a block scope, sir.
No, this is wrong.
Yes, sir. I can't.
Okay, fine. You can read it after the interview.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. Okay. So, what is a higher order functions?
Okay. Higher order function is a function which accept another function as a parameter or argument.
Okay, and what are the examples of higher order function?
The examples of higher order functions are var let constant, arrow function, uh, promise, async await.
No,
Sorry.
higher order function is not late where const, no?
Yes, sir.
They are the declaration type.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Let me get home.
Filter, map, reduce.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Higher order.
Sorry. Okay.
Map,
So-
reduce, filter are the example of higher order function.
Yes. So, what is the difference between filter and map?
Okay, filter and map. The
Yes.
main difference is that if there is a condition and we want to filter out the data from an array, so in that case we use filter method.
Yes. And it creates new array, no?
Uh,
Filter is used to create new array.
no, sir.
But yes, by filtering the data, we store it in a new array.
Yes, sir.
And what is map?
Map also in map if in map the condition applied to the all element in the array and it create a new array. In that case we use map method. Means we apply same condition for every all the elements.
Same functionality on each and every element. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, what is mean by the shallow copy and a deep copy?
Okay, shallow copy and deep copy means sir call by value and call by reference.
No, shallow copy and deep copy.
Okay, shallow copy means sir the actual variable and copied variable will be created in the same memory location. It's called shallow copy. Means the original variable will get modified on the changes in the other variable.
Okay. What is deep copy? What is the difference between them? Means both are same or different? What is the difference then?
The difference is that only, sir, in the copy, um, uh, the original variable will not get uh, modified when changes on the other variable. In the, and in shallow copy, the web, original declaration get modified on the changes in the other declaration.
Okay, you can read it. You can means create a simple definition for that. Okay,
Okay, sir.
okay, fine. So I will share you one array.
Okay.
Okay, or you can take one array of numbers where the numbers will be duplicates.
Okay.
Share your screen.
Screen is visible, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Take one array of numbers. Take numbers 2, 2, 4, 4, 5, 5. Take repeated numbers now. Take one more time 22. Take one more time 55. Okay. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to remove the duplicates. Okay. By without using any predefined method.
Not unique. Yes, sir. Hello.
Ah, yes. Okay. So, what logic did you return? Can you just explain me?
Okay. Uh, in this function, I have taken a empty array, and on that I am applying for each on that array. Uh, but the condition is given that if number is not unique, then
No,
means
no. Condition. Can you explain me that condition?
yes, sir.
What that condition do?
Okay.
What it will check?
This condition, if number is not unique, then that number is pushed in separate array, sir. In that array, sir, empty array.
No, just explain me the seventh number line if condition. You are explaining wrong. If number is not unique means what that includes do, where it is checking.
Includes means include checking if there is a repeat number, uh, then and then it push in a in that array, sir.
Okay. If the number is already present in that unique array,
Yes, sir.
correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. If it is already present, it is checking if unique includes that element.
Okay.
Then don't push. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay. So tell me what is a spread operator? You can stop your screen.
Okay, sir. Spread operator means spread operator uh, expands an array into multiple arguments. Expands an array into multiple elements.
It will spread the array.
Yes, sir. It will spread the array.
Okay. Tell me what is the difference between push and pop method?
Okay. In pop method, we are remove the element from an array, and in push method we are adding the element to the class index, or where at the class index where add the element.
Okay. And what is the difference between shift and unshift?
Shift and unshift. In unshift, sir, we are changing some or we're replacing some element with element in the array. That is.
No. Shift and unshift. You can read after the interview. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Okay. Just simply push and pop will work at the last index. Shift and unshift is used for first index.
Okay, okay, sir. I completely.
What is the difference between slice and splice method?
Okay. In slice method, we can uh, extract the part of the string, and it has two arguments, first and last, and the last is not not compulsory. In a splice method, we can add or remove element to an array, and it has basically three conditions. In that first one is on which index we have to remove or add the element, and second one is that how many elements we want to add or remove, and third one is that third one defines the new element which we are adding.
Okay. Okay. What is asynchronous JavaScript?
Synchronous JavaScript. Mm. By using callback function, we are converting JavaScript code into asynchronous.
Yes.
Uh,
Can you
by default, nature
explain?
of JavaScript is the synchronous nature, and we want to convert it uh, asynchronous. We are using callback function.
Okay. And callback function. To handle the asynchronous JavaScript, we use callback function and
Promises, sir.
promise. Okay. What is promise?
Promise is a JavaScript object which gives some value in future, and it is used to handle asynchronous operation of JavaScript. And promise has four state. Uh, First one is pending, fulfill, reject, and settle. The pending is the initial state of promise, and the property get undefined. And fulfill means um, the promise is not resolved. Reject means uh, the the promise gives some error, and settle means the promise is either be set either be fulfill or reject. And the benefits of promises are mm, uh, uh, better handling of synchronous operation, uh, better error handling, and better flow of control techniques. These are the benefits of promise.
Okay. I have shared you one link. Okay. What you have to do is this is a API of users. Okay. You have to call this API using fetch. Okay.
Okay.
And bind it to a table inside a table. Okay. Create a table and show ID, username, and his company name. Okay.
By using fetch, there is a table and so what was the condition?
You have to call this API first. Okay. After calling, bind it to a table. Create a table in HTML
Okay.
and show the username,
Okay.
ID, username, and
Okay.
company name. Okay.
Okay, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello. Sorry, I was on mute. Hello. Hello.
This is problem in
Am I
my.
audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So show me the output.
So actually, there is some
Huh.
problem in a keyboard. Some keys are pressing automatically.
Okay. Okay. Did you call the API? Just the API. Comment that control KC. Control KC.
Control KC.
Yes. Okay. Save now. Just we'll check the API call. Open the browser. Network. Okay. Refresh. Show me. Didn't call the API? Did you call or not?
Yes, sir.
Then why it is not calling? Where is the object body? Okay, fine. We'll check later. Okay. You can check after the interview because you have that problem. Okay. So we are done with the interview. So do you have any questions for me?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mukund.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, sir. Bye.